What's up, all my desies? Welcome to Talkin' Chalk and Chai today. So today I am drinking some lovely chai. Also, I'm obsessed with mugs, so hopefully every show you'll see different types of mugs going on because I have a lot. Also, one reason why I named the show Talkin' Chalk and Chai is because back when I was in Denver, I had this idea of this just like general talking platform. I would have guest speakers, just a bunch of stuff going on. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna invest in some chalkboards because it's a nice like talking chalk and chai. That's pretty cool, you know? So I had like 2 chalkboards and they were huge and it was great. And then I had chai, obviously, and then we're talking, so talking chalk and chai. The chalkboards I couldn't bring all the way to Portland with me, so I left them there. So until I can invest in another chalkboard, I'm just gonna keep the name and then invest in one, and then I'll let you guys know. So also I'm eating chocolate cake right now, which, funny story, I recorded this entire video of me like kind of being on this like cooking show for you guys, of course, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna show them how I make this amazing chocolate cake. And then 20 minutes into me making this cake, I realized that I didn't even press the record button. So I was like, okay, it's too late for that. They're just gonna have to watch me eat it on one of my shows instead. So that's what I did, and the reason why this cake is so delicious, also I love decorating it, so it was pretty when I was designing it, but one of the things, the key to a good chocolate cake is adding coffee in it because it really enhances the cocoa flavor. But yeah, it's really good. So one of the things I want to talk about today is this picture. Yep, if you guys can see. So these are all my khalas, my aunts on my mom's side. That's what we call khalas. So these are all my khalas, and this was at least 25 years ago, at the very, very least 25 years ago. Way back in Pakistan, in Murree, if any of you guys know where that is. It's like kind of near Lahore, more of a hillier area, mountainous, and hence you can see whatever. Anyways, so the reason I want to talk about this photo is because I love this photo, but also when I moved in here, this was like one of the first photos that I put up, and I remember my landlady came in, or my manager or landlady or whatever. So she comes in and she looks at this photo and she's like, oh my gosh, this belongs in National Geographic. I'm like, why? I mean, it's a great photo, but why? And I guess I kind of see why. Like, it's an amazing photo, but she was just like, yeah, like, where'd you take this? Where is this from? And she was being really inquisitive, which was great, but like, she was also being kind of like, how the heck did they, why are they, this is not familiar to me kind of way. And then she even told me, like, I told her a bit about Pakistan and this and that, and I clearly don't have like a specific Pakistani accent. She was like, okay, anytime you need anything, Halima, be sure to call me whenever during office hours, and just be like, I'm the girl from Pakistan, and I'll know exactly who you are, because the last thing I want is for a foreigner to feel uncomfortable in our complex. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Many of you are probably thinking, why didn't I stop and like kind of explain, like, hey lady, I just told you I've been here all my life. Like, I don't know why I have to say I'm a foreigner to be treated or to get your attention or be treated differently. But, you know, honestly, I think this just kind of comes in part of just, I don't know, I don't think I'm the only one who experiences this. Someone commented on my, one of my YouTube videos and was kind of like, how are you going to raise your children, you know? And it's like, that's such a good question, because honestly, I've never thought about how I'm going to raise my children, you know? I'm 23 years old and I've thought about children, but I've never thought about how I'm going to raise them. And here's why though. And I'll have a better answer next video. I guess I have thought about a few things and like maybe kind of what I expect, or I guess like kind of how I envision it, not what I expect. But here's the thing. So I don't hold expectations for my children, because when I think about how my parents were raised and then I think about how I'm raised, it's literally like night and day, you know? It's so incredibly different that for me to hold any expectations whatsoever about how a human being should be 20 years down the road, assuming this earth is even going to be here is just insane to me. You know, it's insane. And especially it's one of those things you learn from the mistakes of others around you. And it's like, to hold these expectations will only lead to disappointment anyways. And it's not necessarily a bad disappointment. Like, this is going to be a brand new generation. They're going to have new ideas, new ways, new things that are going to be different. And that's just something that I have to accept, you know? So here goes Allie. But yeah, so I'll talk about that in another video though. I do have certain things that I'm like, my daughter's gonna be like this. My daughter's gonna be like this. Also, I always think of daughter. I don't know why. Sorry if I have a son in the future. Maybe I'll think about you once you're born. But for now, I'm like, I'm gonna have a daughter, inshallah. Anyways, that's it for this episode of Talkin' Chalk and Chai. See you next time, guys.